Welcome back to our conversation with David Paleologos, director of the Suffolk University Political Research Center. We're talking about his latest poll done for the Boston Globe this past week. And Dave, there's a rule of thumb in politics. If you're an incumbent, particularly a long-time incumbent, and you're polling under 50%, that's kind of a red warning light flashing on the dashboard here. Your poll has Senator Ed Markey, who's up for re-election next year, at 44%, and no one, with all due respect, no one knows the two Democrats who are right now floating their names as possible challengers to him. What's Markey's problem?
Well, name recognition is, in terms of people who either have never heard of him, mostly from Worcester County and west of Worcester County, you're out of the Boston media market a little bit, and also people who haven't formed an opinion of him. And so that's potentially a problem, but it's hard to justify that he's vulnerable. He's up 39 points over both challengers, and the 50% rule doesn't apply to all office holders. Barack Obama certainly was polling under 50, deserved re-elect, won many states. And in Massachusetts, there are many examples of that as well. So,
I mean, everybody remembers what happened to Congressman Capuano, who also had huge leads early on in the polling. He was challenged by a legitimate public figure, City Councilor Presley, now Congresswoman Presley. I see Markey, every interviewer now is asking him, are you the next Capuano? What's your sense of that, just looking at the numbers?
I'm not so sure. I think your question, legitimate, is the key operative word. Yeah. And you need someone who has good funding, good name recognition, and the ability to delineate. If you're in a multi-candidate challenger field and you're up against an incumbent, 45 or 46% could win, and chances are, Richard Neal was in the same position in Western Mass, and he won in a landslide, 70-30. So a lot of times it depends on who that opponent is.
We'll be watching that one closely. One final thing here that jumped out at me from your survey. Even in Massachusetts, with President Trump's favorability is at 30%, I believe that's, if not the worst in the country, one of the worst.
Yes.
Even here, a plurality of voters, 49%, oppose impeachment, 42% support it. Yeah. Doesn't that suggest that Nancy Pelosi's caution about going ahead with that is well warranted?
Yes, it is, and it's well thought out, and it bears itself out in the national polling and in other states' polling. That number's a low number in terms of the people who oppose impeachment. I mean, people want Congress to work to solve problems, to work on issues, and they don't want the distraction of the impeachment unless there is solid evidence. To proceed with that. And I think Nancy Pelosi is being cautious because she doesn't want to see Congress flip to the Republicans, because there are going to be vulnerable Democrats in those swing districts who, where people are adamantly opposed to impeachment.
Dave, I wish we had more time. There's so much more in here. People can go online and read this poll and your other work at
Suffolk.edu.
Okay, thanks so much.
My pleasure.
Appreciate it. Good to see you. And thank you for joining us. Right now, I'm going to send it back over to my colleagues for much, much more WBZ News.